Previously, Zooville was a peaceful town of animal citizens. Until Thanos Triche arrived and turned them into zombies. Iron Rhino fell battling him. In the final moment, Captain America appeared to help. Americat, brimming with confidence, prepared to face Thanos Triche. But with a casual, dismissive snap from the colossal villain, her heroic stand abruptly ended. In a comical puff of patriotic glitter, Americat vanished. Her shield clanked, the only sound after Thanos Triche's indifferent gesture, revealing his overwhelming, effortless power. Witnessing the immediate defeat, Nick Fury's command center erupted in dismay. Furry, exasperated, realized their current strategies were simply not enough against such a force. A new, grander vision formed in his mind. Individual heroes were insufficient. A united force, a super-powered team, was their only hope for Zooville. His paws swept over a holographic map, identifying key locations across Zooville. The time for the Zoovengers to assemble had arrived. A concept born of desperation and strategic necessity. The mission was clear: locate and recruit the most powerful and unique animal heroes scattered throughout the land. The hunt for the Zoovengers had officially begun. Back from the battlefield, a critically damaged Iron Rhino was gingerly wheeled into medical. He was more iron than Rhino at this point, sputtering like an old toaster. Nearby, a slightly singed but otherwise fine Americat was being hosed down. Her brave, glittery demise was now legendary, proving that even patriotism couldn't stop a Thanos snap. Meanwhile, Nick Fury's command center hummed with frantic energy. Screens blazed with maps and schematics. His agents were on a digital scavenger hunt for the galaxy's toughest critters. The intel rolled in, whispers of a certain grizzly known for Hulk-like tantrums, tales of a hare who'd outrun light itself, and an eagle whose aim was almost supernatural. Furry knew these weren't just animals, they were legends. He meticulously sifted through the data, determined to find the perfect trio to form the backbone of the Zoovengers. While Iron Rhino and Americat slowly mended, the real healing for Zooville wouldn't come from bandages, but from assembling a team so wild, so powerful, even Thanos Triche would think twice. As Zooville's fate hung in the balance, Nick Fury knew building a team meant finding legends. His first lead took him deep into the untamed forest, home of the fierce red wild bear tribe. But nestled within this crimson-coated family was Grizz, an anomaly. Born with fur the color of fresh moss, he stood out like a glowing green thumb among his red kin. His unique hue made him an outsider, a curious puzzle. Grizz often felt misunderstood, his difference setting him apart in ways he couldn't control. Yet, Grizz harbored a monumental secret, an extraordinary, almost mythic strength. When pushed, his green fur would intensify, unleashing a boundless, earth-shaking power. This immense, often volatile strength made him a legend whispered about in hushed tones, both revered and feared by all who knew of him. Furry's intel confirmed it. This green enigma wasn't just a powerful bear. He was Zooville's greatest, most volatile potential recruit. The search for Hulk Grizzly was priority number one. Nick Fury landed deep in the forest, brushing leaves off his shoulders. He stared up at a giant green bear, Hulk Grizzly, who was using a boulder for weightlifting. Subtly. "Nice form," Furry called out, trying not to sound worried. Grizzly grunted, squinting at this small, strangely dressed fox. It wasn't every day he got visitors, especially ones who didn't run. Furry explained Thanos Triche's threat, gesturing wildly. Grizzly just blinked, unbothered. "Bigger threats come with bigger trees," he rumbled, tossing the boulder like it was a pebble. Undeterred, Furry pitched the wildest idea yet, teaming up. He promised action, adventure, and, critically, plenty of things to smash that actually needed smashing. Grizzly considered it, cracking his knuckles, which sounded like branches snapping. "If I get to hit things," he said, "I'm in." Furry grinned, relieved his plan wasn't about to get flattened. Yet. With a thunderous handshake, almost dislocating Furry's paw, the green bear agreed. The first Zoo Avengers recruit was secured, and honestly, it was the easiest part of Furry's day.
High above Zooville's neon skyline, Hawkeye Eagle patrolled, gliding between glass towers and hovering trams. His sharp gaze searched for the city's most elusive troublemaker. Below, Blackhair left a trail of chaos, overturned carts and flickering signs as she turned the plaza into her own playground, oblivious to the disruption. Hawkeye spotted her weaving through streams of flying scooters and market stalls, always one leap ahead. To him, Blackhair was a problem that never stayed solved. He dove past holographic billboards and solar rooftops, focused only on Blackhair's path. Her laughter echoed off the city's walls, but she never looked back. It was a familiar chase, Hawkeye steady and silent, Blackhair unpredictable and free. The city blurred around them, but the two remained locked in their rhythm. As Hawkeye closed in, neither noticed the small, determined dog step off a levitating tram at the city's edge. Nick Furry paused, eyes upturned, just as the chase reached its peak.
Hawkeye Eagle finally cornered Blackhair on a rooftop, her usual grin replaced by playful resignation. For once, the chase was over. In a sleek, high-tech detention facility, Blackhair lounged in a floating chair, swinging her legs like she was waiting for a ride, not a reprimand. Hawkeye stood watch, arms crossed. The door slid open, and Nick Fury entered, a small, determined dog with a big idea. Hawkeye raised an eyebrow, while Blackhair perked up at the new company. Nick Furry explained the Zoovengers, a team for heroes to fight Thanos Triche. Blackhair's ears shot up. Adventure was all she ever wanted. Hawkeye listened but shook his head. The city needed him. He couldn't leave his patrol, not even for a bigger fight. Blackhair bounced out of her chair, accepting on the spot. Hawkeye sighed, staying behind as Furry and Hair left. A team of two, for now.
Inside a hidden high-tech base, Nick Fury gathered his new recruits. Blackhair bounced with excitement, already eager to begin. First, Iron Rhino stepped forward, his armor gleaming, horn charged with energy. He could break through any barrier and loved being the first in. Next, Captain Americat raised her shield, calm and brave. She led with strategy, always protecting the team and never backing down. Then Hulk Grizzly cracked his knuckles, fur bristling. With a single roar, he could shake the ground. Strength was his superpower. Blackhair grinned, spinning her lucky gadget. She was quick, clever, and always found a way out or into trouble. Nick Furry laid out the plan to stop Thanos Triche. Each Zoovengers showed their skill. Together, they were ready for whatever came next. The Zoovengers advanced through Zooville's wrecked city street, crumbling brickwork, burned-out cars, and fissures splitting the pavement beneath their feet. Thanos Triche waited in the plaza, surrounded by toppled columns and smoke. The Zoovengers stopped, taking in the desolation. Iron Rhino charged over debris, horn blazing, but Thanos Triche deflected the blow, sending dust and rubble flying. Captain Americat raised her shield against a shockwave. Hulk Grizzly's roar echoed off broken walls, shaking loose more fragments. Blackhair darted through wrecked cars, searching for an opening, while Thanos Triche's gauntlet glowed. With the team in trouble, Hawkeye Eagle descended from a scorched rooftop, landing them to join the circle. The odds shifted as hope returned. Together, the Zoovengers stood in Zooville's ruins, facing Thanos Triche. The city had already suffered, but this battle would shape what came next.